This is TWiT.
So this is officially the 20th anniversary of Drupal. Yes, that's this year.
It is, yeah. I released the first version of Drupal on January 15th of 20 years ago, which actually, funny enough, the same birthday as Wikipedia, which also
really?
turned
That's
20
funny.
on the exact same day.
Really?
Yeah.
How
Wow.
funny. I did
Happy
not know
coincidence, I think.
That's like Abraham Lincoln and Darwin were born on the same day.
Is that true? Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Really?
There's a good book about that called Angels and Ages by Adam Gopnik.
Oh.
Where does the name Drupal come from? Or maybe you just told us that. I was busy trying to make a connection.
You know what? It's a little bit of a story, but I mentioned that I had to move my message board from an intranet to the public internet, and so I had to register a domain name, obviously. And I wanted to register dorp, DORP.org, which is Dutch or Flemish for small village, because, as I mentioned, we had this small community, and felt that was an appropriate name. But I accidentally made a typo, and I switched the O and the R, and ended up registering drop.org, DROP.org. And I'm like, wow, it's like a 4-letter word. It's an English word. It's pretty good. I'll keep this. And so that was my site for a while, where I would do my own blogging and experimenting. And when I decided to make the software behind drop.org available as open source, I had to pick a name. And I literally spent 30 seconds thinking about the name. But it went like this. So drop in Dutch is Drupal. And I figured, how would an English-speaking person pronounce the Dutch word Drupal? And I came up with Drupal, and that's what I picked. And I also copied the GPL license file from my Linux kernel tree into my website, created a tarball or a zip file for those that are not familiar, and uploaded it to drop.org. And that was literally how I released the first version of Drupal 20 years ago. So it was a quick decision. There wasn't any. And actually, funny enough, like for the first, several years, a lot of people said Drupal, and those that pronounced Drupal were kind of in the inner circle almost, because we knew, like, when somebody said Drupal, that they hadn't been involved with Drupal for too long. And a lot of people said it's a terrible name. Nobody's going to take it serious with a name like that. And then they would point to our logo, which is this evil-looking cartoon character, I guess. And they said no organization will take that serious either. And so it was a lot of, in the early days, talk about rebranding, changing the name, changing the logo. But we stuck with it.